Good morning, Armley Connor kiddos. Today I'm going to read The Little Miss book. Okay, Little Miss Bossy by Roger Hargreaves, and you can still buy these books online. You don't find them very much. I think Amazon still carries them. They're so fun because on the back it shows all the different kinds of Little Misses. I loved Little Miss Tiny, Little Miss Sunshine, which was another one I loved? Oh, I loved Little Miss Shy. She was terribly shy. I can still remember my mom reading it to me. So we're going to do Little Miss Bossy today. This is in honor of Taylor because we call her Little Miss Bossy at our house. She's a bossy pants. So, and Katie girl, can you say hi? She's feeling much better today, so hopefully you won't hear her whining in the background today. Do you want to come say hi, Kate? Oh, big stretch. All right, nope, she just needs to turn a couple times and then she can lay down. Okay, here we go. Little Miss Bossy. On Monday, Little Miss Bossy went for a walk and she met Mr. Nosy. "Where are you going?" he asked. "Mind your own business," she retorted. On Tuesday, she met Mr. Noisy. He was singing, noisily of course. "Be quiet," she told him. On Wednesday, she met Mr. Happy. He was smiling as usual. "Take that silly smile off your face," she said. As you can imagine, Little Miss Bossy wasn't very popular, to say the least. Now, little did Miss Bossy realize, but somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Nosy around. And that same somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Noisy around. So Mr. Nosy and Mr. Noisy. And that same somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Happy around. The wizard, whose name incidentally was Wilfred, went home thinking. Something really ought to be done about Little Miss Bossy, he thought to himself as he walked along. Move my fingers. There we go. When he arrived home, he went straight to his library and took down a large red book from a bookshelf. It was rather dusty, as it hadn't been read for quite some time. Let's see now, as he said to himself as he settled into his armchair. He turned to page 304, and at the top of the page it said, "How to Stop People from Being Bossy." Wilfred the Wizard read the page very carefully, shut the book, put it back on the bookshelf, and grinned. A particularly wizardly sort of grin. That day, which was Thursday, Little Miss Bossy met somebody who was fast asleep. As usual, Mr. Lazy. "Wake up," she said bossily, and prodded him in the tummy. "Ouch," protested Mr. Lazy. But behind Little Miss Bossy, Wilfred the Wizard, who had been following her, said something too, under his breath. A wizardly word he'd learned from page 304. And do you know what it happened to be? Suddenly, as if by magic, which is true, there appeared on Little Miss Bossy's feet a pair of boots. One minute they weren't there, the next minute they were. Little Miss Bossy looked down in alarm. They were magic boots, and being magic boots, they could speak to each other. "Hello, Left," said Right Boot. "Hello, Right," said Left Boot. "Ready when you are," said Right. "Right," said Left. And off they went. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Faster and faster, and marching poor Little Miss Bossy right along. Little Miss Bossy couldn't do a thing about it. Mr. Lazy was very amused. "Well done, Wilfred," he chuckled, and Wilfred winked a wizardly wink. Then, those boots marched Little Miss Bossy for 5 miles. She was exhausted. "Ready, Left?" said Right Boot. "Ready," replied Left. "Attend," said Right. "Shun," said Left, and they came to a halt. Little Miss Bossy was quite out of breath. Oh, she tried to take off her boots, but it was impossible. And along came Wilfred. said Wilford, pointing to the boots, are only for people who are too bossy. Make them go away at once, cried little Miss Bossy, stamping her foot. Well, at least she tried to stamp her foot, but the boot wouldn't. We're out of stamps, chuckled Right. Left giggled. You will do as I say, shouted little Miss Bossy. Ready when you are, said Right. Right away, replied Left. March. And off they set again. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right for 10 miles. And then they stopped again, and along came Wilford. Make these stupid boots go away, shouted little Miss Bossy. Only if you say the magic word, replied Wilfred. Little Miss Bossy thought, and she thought, and she thought again. Please? She smiled. That's better, said Wilfred, and he said the wizardly word again under his breath, and from page 304. Do you know what that word was? The boots disappeared as if by magic. Now then, said Wilfred sternly, wagging his finger. Stop being bossy, or you know what will happen. Little Miss Bossy nodded, miserably. Very well, smiled Wilfred, and went. And do you know something? From then on, little Miss Bossy was a changed person. She was not bossy at all. And you know why, don't you? And you know what she's afraid of. Bossy boots. Bossy boots. And that's the end. So they're just cute little silly stories. So see, there's Little Miss books and Mr. Men books. So I used to try to collect all of them. I don't have all of them anymore, but they are so fun to read. So go on Amazon and see if your mom will buy some for you today. Okay, have a great day. Don't be bossy. See you tomorrow.